Thank you all for tuning into another episode of Loners here. We appreciate it, and we hope you all have been enjoying our content here and the vlog channel, because we know you guys go a little bit down in the description and click on our vlog channel and subscribe. This is episode 318. All right, so today we're going to look at a video called What Elon Musk's Doge Actually Accomplished.
Elon Musk is officially done with the Department of Government Efficiency.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
After leading Doge for only a few months, the billionaire CEO of Tesla is now no longer a special government employee. His aggressive cost-cutting at Doge, though, has left a big impact.
Doge has created just an enormous amount of backlash.
Doge dismantled entire agencies, canceled billions of dollars in contracts, and helped the White House fire thousands of federal workers.
It was like the worst day of my entire federal career.
The agency has also faced mounting criticism over its lack of transparency.
Doge's wall of savings has been highly unreliable, riddled with numerous errors.
So, what did Musk and Doge actually accomplish? And what's next for the agency without Musk?
Elon Musk!
During the election, Musk said Doge could save.
We can do at least $2 trillion.
Yeah!
Jesus Christ.
By March, Musk reduced that projection.
Our goal is to reduce the deficit by $1 trillion.
The numbers that they initially threw out seemed really
What's funny is Trump's tax bill that it looks like it's going to pass is actually going to increase the deficit by like a couple $1 trillion.
We'll see. Everything is all in theory until you actually see it happen. But hey guys, we're all rich now thanks to Doge. Woo!
far-fetched.
Romina Bocha studies federal budget and spending at the Libertarian Cato Institute.
In order to cut that kind of spending, Doge would have had to reform major and popular entitlement programs like Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, and those programs had already been taken off the table by President Trump.
By the end of May, Doge claimed to have saved a much smaller number, $175 billion. Its wall of receipts claimed $32 billion was saved from more than 10,000 contract terminations and $40 billion from more than 15,000
So
grant
you basically
terminations.
fired people and prevented people who needed money to receive that money. That's basically what he did.
That's what it says, yeah.
In February, the Journal analyzed $7 billion in canceled contracts, posted to the Doge site, and found the actual savings were closer to $2.6 billion.
The problem is that this wall of receipts has had a number of errors in it. It's been difficult to really know how much the federal government is actually saving.
Doge's contract and grant terminations add up to about $72 billion, but that still leaves more than $100 billion from other areas, with an untold number saved from, quote, workforce reductions. A Doge spokesperson didn't respond to emails requesting comment.
Elon Musk has got to go.
Many of the widespread layoffs across the federal government that Doge kicked off are being held up by the courts. And his forceful approach has led to behind-the-scenes friction between Musk and some of Trump's cabinet.
We have seen lawsuits filed on a number of fronts to protect federal workers who were fired, to the attempt by Doge to access certain databases within the federal government.
The first employees fired at many agencies were probationary employees.
The Office of Personnel Management made a decision for all agencies to fire all probationary employees in the federal government because they considered them to be temporary employees.
Jeffrey Grant oversaw a department of 600 workers, which ran healthcare.gov, the Affordable Care Act website. 86 of Grant's employees were terminated in February, shortly after he announced
Millions of people in the country are on go through the Affordable Care Act for healthcare. Yeah.
People, we had health policy experts, we had operational experts, we had communications experts. It was a blow on a work level, but it's also a blow on a personal level.
Grant says 30 of his employees were brought back because they were either deemed actually necessary or they were erroneously fired. On March 11th, nearly half of the Department of Education's employees received reduction in force notices as part of
wild.
President Trump's goal to dismantle the department. Sharia Smith has been an attorney for the Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights since 2016. She also heads a union that represents nearly 3,000 department employees.
Our workforce, our members received emails, including me, that we were impacted by a reduction in force. And then immediately that day, they deactivated our key cards and made plans to take away all of our work equipment so that we could not perform any work.
On May 22nd, a federal district judge in Massachusetts ordered the Trump administration to reinstate the fired Department of Education employees. She wrote, "There's no evidence that the reduction in force has actually made the department more efficient."
If we don't do this, America will go bankrupt.
Oh my fucking
With Musk
god.
stepping back from Doge as the legal fight continues over massive layoffs, budget hawks in the Trump administration want to keep cutting.
Doge has been a paradigm shift in Washington, D.C.
One of the biggest proponents of Doge in the Trump administration is the director of Office of Management and Budget, Russ Vought.
We intend to take the Doge agenda and the cuts and the momentum and the initiative and turn those into permanent savings.
Now that Musk is moving off to the side, we expect Vought will play an even more central role, ensuring that the cuts that Doge has identified become codified into law.
Russ Vought has long had a goal of significantly downsizing the federal government and has also been the power behind the throne when it comes to Doge.
As head of OMB, Russ Vought sent Congress a budget that proposed $163 billion in non-defense spending cuts, or 22.6% of current year spending.
The $163 billion which they identified is very similar to the roughly $170 billion that Doge has identified, but at the same time, they want to increase defense spending, and they don't want to touch Medicare, Social Security.
Ultimately, reducing spending is a prerogative of the Congress.
The bill is passed.
In May, House Republicans passed a 1,000-plus page budget known as the Big Beautiful Bill. Musk said the bill undermines Doge's work by not making enough cuts.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
The Senate still needs to
Stick to Tesla, because what the fuck what business do you have dipping your toe in the finances
I
of this
genuinely
country?
think because now he cleared the investigations from a lot of the agencies
People that
that
are
were going into
investigating him, yeah.
I think that's what his main goal was.
Right. You wouldn't be... If you're opening a whole new department that this country hasn't seen, I mean, you're not going to be in and out in 3 months unless something suspicious is happening.
Yeah.
Because it would take a couple years to even really, integrate that, and see if it's helping or not helping in the long
100%.
run.
Yeah.
to pass the bill, but Republicans said they hope to get it on the president's desk by July 4th. In an April Tesla earnings call, Elon Musk said he would start spending far more time on running his electric car company.
My rough plan on the White House is to be there for a couple days every few weeks, and to be helpful where I can be helpful.
The impact of Doge's cuts are still playing out across the country.
Doge is now part of every federal agency. They have brought people into every one of these federal agencies with a budget-cutting mindset. They are people who are really true to the cause of Doge. If the public sees fewer services, if they see real
budget cutting, it's always resources that help.
Yeah. Well, I think if the bill does pass this budget bill, it's going to progressively cut Medicare and Medicaid.
No, you need to cut military spending.
Yeah.
bottlenecks in their ability to access Social Security, for example. All of that will affect the way the public views Doge in the months ahead.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sick of living in a country that values the comfort of billionaires more than the average person, and they don't see the people of that country as worthy of basic fucking things.
Yeah. This is
It's like, as long as they don't need it, you know, the fucking billionaires.
Yeah.
As long as they don't need it, they think no one else needs something. Like, it's not a requirement, but it's not a
necessity.
Necessity, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this is a thing that a lot of people don't see the bigger picture of what's happening, and I think a lot of people have an ego too that they don't want to admit that they were wrong with supporting this. All right. Please leave your comments below, your opinions, and like and subscribe, and jump over to our blog channel. We'll see you on the next one.
Bye.